Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, St. Paul, Minnesota, and the Glitter Aerobics Academy, respectively. They are your WOW World Trios champions, Coach Campanelli, Candy Crush, and Gloria Glitter. It's top tier!
David, we can only imagine what Jesse Jones is doing at the Fab Four Mansion, but I'm sure we'll get more information on that in just a little bit. Kicking things off with in-ring action with the Trios champions. Top tier, David.
Top tier, a dynamic team that no one's been successful in taking down. I've got to give credit where credit is due. Coach Campanelli put together this team when she disbanded Team Spirit. She saw the championship ways of two competitors, that being Gloria Glitter and of course Candy Crush. She got to the two of them and formed this team, and they are the Trios champions of the world.
And their opponents from Toronto, Canada, and St. Louis, Missouri, respectively, Dojo Defenders!
The Dojo Defenders, David, and usually we see top tier defending those World Trios Championship titles, but tonight, David, a little bit different. It's traditional tag team action as Candy Crush and Gloria Glitter will be taking on Kalaki and Tara Strike.
Well, just like a quarterback has on his wrist the playbook, Coach Campanelli's making notes right there on her clipboard. And she'll be on the outside calling the plays, if you will. Now, everyone knows Kalaki has the kicks, and Tara Strike can take you out with her kick.
And fans, of course, the last time we saw top tier working together in a trio situation, they were able to knock off the Fierce Sisters and Tiki Chamorro. But will the same thing happen tonight in tag action? Will they be able to take out the Dojo Defenders, David?
Tara Strike putting it to Crush. Crush now in the center of the ring, picking up Kalaki, who waves, and look at her take down Candy Crush.
Kalaki wasting no time now, burying that knee right into the midsection of Candy Crush. Snapmare takeover by Tara Strike. And Kalaki with kicks and surround sound. Referee Charlie Wu says only a 2 count. Again, fans, this is not a Trios championship match, just a tag team match as Coach Campanelli on the outside taking notes.
Kalaki with that big right foot right into the chin of Candy Crush. And now she goes up high, and she's got Crush and takes her over.
Kai with the powerful legs sends Crush down. And now 2 kicks. Crush now trying to stop the third kick, trying to prevent the damage. Oh, but a scorpion kick sends Crush down. And now Kai gets a 1 count.
And Gloria Glitter quickly in there to break it up, and Kalaki went over there to set the record straight with her, but quickly took her attention back into the ring to Candy Crush.
And Kai with a series of palm thrusts. Kai seeing the opening and opportunity as she charges Crush, and now Crush counters with the Bandera. Crush, though, grabbing that left wrist and complaining to referee Charlie Wu. Gloria Glitter on the outside, though, with the boot to the midsection. This is all a ruse, and what a knee from Crush.
And Coach Campanelli remains on the outside taking notes. Studious notes she's doing. And this is what a good coach does. They watch tape, and now they're watching it live taking notes. Coach Campanelli doing her job.
What a knee lift from Candy Crush, and that has slowed down any momentum Kalaki might have now. The full Nelson by Gloria Glitter, who's now toying with Kalaki.
Coach with that notebook, if you will, the pad. Taking her notes is Coach Campanelli.
Gloria Glitter with the clothesline to the back of the head of Kalaki.
And you know, there's no friendship between Coach Campanelli and the fabulous Lana Starr. Lana Starr mentioned weeks ago she has no friend. She's not on the Lana list.
The Lana list?
I bet you Coach Campanelli has the sights set on winning the Tag Team Championship of the world. She could put the Tag Team Championships on these two competitors and have the Trio Championship titles also.
Wow, she really could, David. Now, as the kick connects middle of the ring from Gloria Glitter, bicycle kick. Charlie Wu says 2 on that count, David.
The crowd here is fired up tonight for WOW Women of Wrestling. And you're seeing the tag team action as Candy Crush comes in here immediately. Kalaki now picked up and dropped right to the purple mat.
They call that the top drop to Candy Crush, and Gloria Glitter now continuing to stomp away at Kalaki as Charlie Wu now sending Gloria Glitter back to her corner.
But Charlie wouldn't allow Tara's strike into the ring, and Kara's the recipient of a beatdown.
This action has been fast-paced, high-octane, and fans, you can expect more of that with great action coming up, including our main event, that Ali Slam from Candy Crush, made last week. Santana Garrett taking on the Classmaster, and if the Classmaster wins, she gets a shot at the Beast for that WOW World Championship.
You got that right, Nigel, and look at Candy Crush going to work. She's got her own flying moves in that ring, and now, look at her, looking to Coach Campanelli for instruction, trying to break back that left arm of Kalaki. Coach Campanelli with the notebook. She's taking the notes.
Kalaki with palm thrust, trying to find her way back into this matchup for her team, the Dojo Defenders. Tara Strike waiting on the outside for the tag, and Kalaki connects with a roundhouse kick of sorts now.
And that roundhouse kick, Nigel, takes down Crush, who is sliding over to get to Gloria Glitter for a tag, but Kalaki is up high, and she's jumping.
Tara Strike in the high red district, high risk, but it paid off that time. Here's the forearm shot.
Oh my, did you see that boot to the face?
A haluva kick now, followed up by the Bulldog DDT. Could this be it? No.
And the action's broken up by Candy Crush. Candy Crush picks up Tara Strike. Here comes Kalaki. Kalaki saving her partner, and she's tossed from the ring.
Wait a second,
Candy
Coach
Crush
Campanelli
tossed
knocked
from the
down.
ring. Coach Campanelli, she's on the recipient end of Candy Crush. What's this, Nigel?
Jackknife pin, Tara Strike, yes! She just defeated Gloria Glitter, and a rare loss for top tier. The Dojo Defenders, what a victory!
Coach Campanelli upset, and the winners of the match are...
Here are your winners, the Dojo Defenders! Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, Siren the Voodoo Doll!
Welcome back to WOW fans. Making her very ominous entrance is Siren the Voodoo Doll, who just 4 weeks ago teamed up with Chainsaw to take on the Mother Truckers. And it was Siren and Chainsaw who were able to defeat the Mother Truckers, as Holly Swag seemed very distracted with her newly found fashion. That fur hat and those glasses from Lana Starr.
Right out of fabulous Lana Starr's closet, Holly Swag is picking up some new fashion tips and fashion design and wearing it.
Yeah, well, David, we just saw Holly Swag as Jesse Jones freeing Big Rig Betty from the Fab Four mansion, but Holly Swag not going with her mother.
No, because sometimes children don't listen to their parents, Nigel.
And her opponent from the truck stop capital of the world, Jackson, Tennessee, it's Holly Swag!
Here she comes, Holly Swag. And as you can see, she's obviously, Nigel, raided the fabulous Lana Starr's closet. And she's wearing some paraphernalia from the fabulous Lana Starr.
I was surprised to see Jesse Jones come and bail out the mother truckers, but even more surprised to see Holly Swag stay at the Fab Four party.
She must like the lifestyle that Lana Starr is providing.
Holly Swag set for singles competition against the Voodoo Doll. Referee Julio Rodriguez calls for the foul. Holly Swag, who, as I mentioned several weeks ago, suffered a loss, a tag team loss along with their mother, Big Rig Betty, to Chainsaw and Voodoo Doll on the attack because, David, let's not forget, Voodoo Doll and Chainsaw brutally assaulted the mother truckers after that victory. Siren the Voodoo Doll charges, but Holly Swag moves out of the way, and take a look at those loaded forearms now as Siren the Voodoo Doll answers back. Holly Swag being sent to the ring apron now from Siren the Voodoo Doll. Holly Swag with a new look now takes down Siren the Voodoo Doll. Holly Swag connects with the bicycle kick, and she seems to be very confident in herself, David.
She certainly is, and Mama Swag's not at ringside to cheer her on. Holly Swag is doing this on her own. Holly Swag has some new confidence. Oh, she came out sliding under that mat. Voodoo Doll picks her up on the outside. Voodoo Doll taking Holly Swag back into the ring. Julio Rodriguez is counting. Voodoo coming in before the count. The two competitors are in the ring ready to square off again, but Holly Swag this time is on the mat.
And the Voodoo Doll distributing all that weight across the back of Holly Swag, trying to slow down the fast offense from Holly Swag now, David, who, have you noticed, has a new hairstyle, David.
I wish I could get that much hair. How about you too, Nigel?
And I think Holly Swag, in an attempt to fit in with the Fab Four, has changed up that hairstyle a little bit. Wow, as the Voodoo Doll hammers away.
Lana might have taken her to Beverly Hills for a little weave job.
But right now, none of that's doing Holly Swag any good, as Siren the Voodoo Doll seems firmly in control. The Northern Lights suplex connects. Siren the Voodoo Doll hooking the leg, looking to get another victory over Holly Swag, but Julio Rodriguez says it's only a 2 count. This matchup will continue.
Holly in trouble now.
Siren the Voodoo Doll now just stretching Holly Swag out. And again, Holly Swag not going with her mother, Big Rig Betty. A very surprising development now, as Siren the Voodoo Doll, very proud of herself, the curb stomp to Holly Swag, David.
What'd she say, Nigel?
She just yelled out, sacrifice, and Cannonball connects with the turnbuckle, but Holly Swag moves out of the way, and you can tell that caused some momentary pain for Siren the Voodoo Doll, David. An opening, if you will.
Holly Swag smart to roll out from that rope. Getting on the backside of the apron, though. She's on the wrong side unless she can get in, but she takes advantage of rush by Voodoo Doll. Look at her climb to the top so swiftly and fast. She's up high, Nigel!
Holly Swag up top with the crossbody. It connects. Referee Julio Rodriguez gets down for 2 3/4, but Siren the Voodoo Doll still hanging in this matchup.
Oh, poke to the face, a chop to the throat, and now a kick, but it's intercepted by the Voodoo Doll. She swiftly goes behind the Voodoo Doll and takes her down.
And Holly Swag with the hitch and ditch. Will this be good enough to put away Siren the Voodoo Doll? It is.
Holly Swag on her own without Big Rig Betty, her mama at ringside, and she gains a victory tonight on WOW. And now for the official awarding, the official announcing of the winner. We go. Hold it, hold it. She's got Voodoo. She's got her up and tosses her out.
Here is your winner, Holly Swag!
I mentioned, David, that after the tag team match, Holly Swag was assaulted by Voodoo Doll and Chainsaw. Holly Swag has not forgotten that.
Holly Swag in the ring. Holly Swag the winner tonight.
very surprised to see Genesis tagging up with Sylvia Sanchez, and Fury Genesis has been set on singles competition and doesn't
She
seem to
wants
be
the
one of-
microphone,
David
Genesis.
McLean,
Yes, Genesis.
have I not been making myself perfectly clear to you that I am here for the WOW World title as a singles competitor now?
Yes, you did, but they asked for a competitor and they chose you.
They chose me. If I wanted to be in a trios, I would have stayed in exile.
She's got a point, David.
Well, your fellow WOW superheroes wanted you to team with them. Are you refusing to do so, or are you going to do it?
Fine, I'll participate.
Boy, reluctantly at best, Nigel. Reluctantly at best, Genesis participating in a trios match.
A trios match, and Sylvia Sanchez and Fury taking exception to the comments of Genesis.
And their opponents from Indio, California, home of Coachella, the Dark Side, and the islands of Hawaii, respectively, Chantilly, Holidead, and Island Girl, Kalaki.
Chantilly and Holidead seem to be a more cohesive unit as they make their way into the WOW arena to take on Genesis, Sylvia Sanchez, and Fury. The Island Girl, Kalaki, one of our new WOW superheroes. And David, speaking of new WOW superheroes, how about that Scout Parker?
Well, clearly Scout Parker, formerly known as Ice Cold, has tossed away the moniker of Ice Cold. She went out into the wilderness. She found herself out there meditating, being with Mother Nature, if you will. And she's now in WOW with what she says is her real calling, Mother Nature. Now, I want to take us back to this trios match. Genesis clearly not welcome in this match on her own accord. Genesis upset that Fury and Sanchez picked her to be in the match, and I said yes, and Genesis doesn't like it.
Well, Genesis wants to start things off for her team. Genesis, who says she's been focused on getting the WOW World Championship in her possession, as Kalaki, the Island Girl, starts things off for her team. Waist lock applied to Genesis. Takedown from the Island Girl, a ring veteran from Hawaii, Oahu to be specific now, as Genesis stomps away at the toe of the Island Girl. Leg sweep by the Island Girl, and Genesis tags into Sylvia Sanchez. She's had enough. Sylvia Sanchez and Fury, of course, quite a team, and we've seen these two superheroes team recently. Genesis wants no part of it now as the Island Girl tags in to Chantilly. Back elbow. And a tag into Holidead, who says, I want to be part of this double team maneuver as well. And that's one way to hit a splash now, as the Island Girl and Holidead, the double suplex onto Sylvia Sanchez. This trios team trying to impress you out here tonight, David.
They certainly are. And now Chantilly lifted on top of Sanchez. Sanchez, though, was able to get her knees up to break that momentum of Chantilly coming up and on top of her.
And in this matchup, David, really the cohesiveness of the team of Holidead, Chantilly and Island Girl has made all the difference now. As Chantilly with the arm drag to Sylvia Sanchez, who swings wildly, misses with the clothesline. Chantilly with the springboard crossbody, good enough for a 1 count.
Did you see Genesis? She quickly went and put the knee in the back of Chantilly. Genesis, whose reluctance to be in this match, her instincts being in competition with 3 competitors came into effect there as she put that knee into Chantilly and is now allowing Sylvia Sanchez and Fury to take over on Chantilly, who had the momentum until that knee went to the back of Chantilly.
Snap suplex by Fury connects. Referee Charlie Wu going down for the count. She gets a 1, and Genesis standing on the outside on the ring apron with her arms crossed, David. I don't think that there's a better way to say, don't tag me in. Genesis not excited at all to be a part of this contest. And David, I'm excited about a contest coming up, our main event.
The main event, Santana Garrett in there against the Classmaster, who I know will be look at this! Sylvia Sanchez taking the Island Girl, and now going over to take Holidead down. Holidead saw her coming though. She's holding on to the ropes. She's holding on to the ropes.
And Fury with the backhand to Chantilly Cella now, sending Cella into the ropes, and Fury trying to send Cella for a ride, and does so as Cella trying to go for the head scissors. Fury able to reverse that momentum for a backbreaker and almost won this match for her team.
Holidead caught herself on that top rope, but they were able to take out the Island Girl. Chantilly Cella now sit into the wrong corner again. Fury grabbing the blonde locks of Chantilly and pulling her back in, and then teaming with her partner Fury. Sylvia Sanchez in, side picking up.
Sidewalk slam on Chantilly Cella from Sylvia Sanchez, and Sanchez.
Look at that, Genesis was yelling, "I don't want to be in this match," and her hand got slapped by Sylvia Sanchez. Her reluctance to be in it though, when she came in and quickly hit the ropes and took down for a possible pin Chantilly Cella. Genesis is a natural.
Forcibly tagged into this matchup by Sanchez, and Chantilly Cella fights back with a series of elbows to Fury and Sanchez.
Here
now.
comes the tag. Holidead comes in.
And Genesis over here at the announce desk as the action breaks down. Atomic drop.
Let's call the action.
Holidead. Knocker to Fury and Sylvia Sanchez. Clothesline takes down Fury, and a spine buster to Sylvia Sanchez.
Genesis trying to interrupt us from calling this match. We hear you, Genesis. You didn't want to be in a triple threat match. Island Girl takes down Sylvia Sanchez. Genesis goes in there and breaks it up. The instincts of Genesis showing here. Fury now in there with Holidead. The Island Girl in there. Genesis still coming over here and barking at us. She doesn't want to be in trios. Now she snaps herself back in, saving Sanchez from a pin from the Island Girl.
The Island Girl. The inside cradle being reversed by Genesis, and Sylvia Sanchez picks up a victory for her team.
Genesis arguing all the way through the match, but rolling in to make sure the victory was secured for her team of Sylvia Sanchez and Fury.
Introducing first, accompanied by Samantha Smart from the Board of Education, the Classmaster.
The Classmaster coming out for this main event. The winner, once again, fans, gets the Beast for the championship. Now, Abilene Maverick, everybody wants to know. The crutches are not here. The wheelchair is not here. Are you ready to get back into action?
No, David, I'm not. I'm still very, very hurt. My toe hurts so bad.
You know, a lot of people think you've been just carrying on to stay out of the ring.
David,
No, they think you don't want to get back into the ring and wrestle because you're afraid of the Beast.
excuse me, first off, I am not afraid of anybody. I am not afraid of her. I'm not afraid of Classmaster. Literally no one, David. I am extremely hurt and in a lot of pain, and I have a plan.
A plan?
Well, right now, the plan of the Classmaster is to try to win this main event matchup with Santana Garrett, led to the ring by Samantha Smart, who you negotiated this opportunity with, David, just last week.
I certainly did, because Samantha Smart gave up the disciplinarian as one of the assailants of the Beast.
That's right, David, the attack on the Beast. The disciplinarian has been unveiled and fired, so has Vicky Lynn, and now the Classmaster getting this opportunity, David, to face off against former WOW World Champion Santana Garrett for a shot, if she can defeat her, at the Beast WOW World Championship.
And her opponent, she's one half of the All-American girl, Santana Garrett.
Santana Garrett, a former champion of WOW, coming in for her shot to take this and win and go against the Beast. Abilene Maverick is joining us here at ringside for this main event attraction.
And Abilene, I do have some questions for you, but before we get to that, Santana Garrett making her way to the ring, but I have to notice that Americana is not with her, and I've gotten word that little Levi actually suffered a broken arm recently, and Americana giving up her American dream, if you will, for just a moment to tend to her son, little Levi, David.
Well, you're right, Nigel, and that's what a good mom does. Americana, a great mom. Over 3 years being sober, and I don't mind mentioning that because she is so proud of it. Let's give credit to Americana. Her son Levi out in the playground and then injured that arm, and it ended up being a broken arm. Levi, we wish you the best. And Santana Garrett, not accustomed to being here without Americana of late, but she's accustomed to single action. And now the referee says, let's get it on.
Santana Garrett has been quite the mentor for Americana. We're sending our well wishes. But right now, our main event matchup, the Classmaster versus Santana Garrett. But I have a question for you, Abilene Maverick. You know, the relationship between you and Jesse Jones seems to have broken down after you seemingly inadvertently hit Jesse Jones in the head with a crutch.
Yeah, it obviously was something I wasn't planning to do. I was trying to help. And in fact, she made me so mad. She forced me to go to the back, and I was there to help her again. And she did not even show up to my after party. I literally had a cute little cocktail for her waiting, and she never showed up. She never comes to any of my invites. She never comes to Vegas, so I'm over her. I'm over it.
You know, I don't really see where you two guys have many similarities to begin with.
I wouldn't see Jesse Jones in Las Vegas partying at your VIP party. Doesn't make sense to me, so I see why she didn't accept the invitations. But I think you have another reason for being nice to her. That on another occasion. Let's go to the center of the ring for the action. Santana Garrett climbing the ropes and taking over the Classmaster.
Santana Garrett, the ring veteran, now taking out the legs of the Classmaster. Jackknife pin. Santana Garrett trying to end this matchup early. She would like a shot at the World Championship and to take on the Beast for that prestigious championship title, David.
Classmaster on the outside. Samantha Smart going over there to give her some instruction. Now Samantha Smart looking at us and looking at you, Abilene Maverick.
I don't have any problem with her. She can come over here if she wants it.
You do have a problem with the fabulous Lana Starr, though, as I understand. And could your surprise be something for that? The action on the outside. Classmaster cuts off Santana Garrett. They're jamming on the outside now. Santana's head rammed into the purple mat. Samantha Smart giving the instructions to the Classmaster.
Did you see how imposing Samantha Smart was, just standing in the way of Santana Garrett, which led to the Classmaster now having the upper hand in this matchup against the former WOW World Champion Santana Garrett.
Kick to the midsection by the Classmaster.
And David, dropping knowledge is the Classmaster right across the neck of Santana Garrett, but she misses with that highly elevated leg drop. And that's gonna cost her some time now as Santana Garrett makes her way back up to a vertical base now. Santana Garrett in the corner. The Classmaster looks to charge and misses with the big boot. Santana Garrett doing a good job at evading the offense from the Classmaster, and again almost gets a 1-2-3, David.
Santana's got to get to her feet. She does right there, but the Classmaster cuts her off and takes her head into the top turnbuckle. One of these competitors in this ring could be the next champion of WOW.
No, you know what, David? Actually, I have a better idea.
What's that?
I think that I can find the next WOW World Champion.
Now hold it, that's a shift, Abilene. You're not saying you because the big toe is injured. You're saying you're bringing someone to WOW?
David, you think that I don't have the connection? You think that I don't have the resources, the money?
Who are you
and
bringing
the
to WOW?
That's a surprise, David.
Who
I have
are
been
you bringing?
searching in Vegas. I have been off in Vegas, and I have been looking and scouring for who is a good, you know, protege for me. And I think that I've just found the perfect choice.
Is this a wrestler from another league? Is this an independent wrestler from Europe? Who is this you're bringing in?
I can only say so much, David, but just know that millions of people know her.
Millions.
million.
We can't wait. Abilene Maverick's got a surprise for us, fans. We'll have to find out in the coming weeks. Right now, Santana and the Classmaster are battling to see who can take on the Beast for the championship.
Santana Garrett with the jawbreaker and fires back with a back elbow. Garrett now off the ropes with another elbow to the 6'2" Classmaster. Santana Garrett ducks underneath the clothesline attempt.
Look at Santana pop right up, baby! And the left hook goes into the chest of the Classmaster. Santana now flipping, going into the corner, knocking the air from the Classmaster. Santana Garrett is on a roll.
Back handspring elbow and a series of super kicks to the Classmaster sends the Classmaster down to the purple canvas. Referee Jeff McGowan saying only good enough for a 1 count, but you can tell it has taken quite a bit out of the Classmaster, David.
Santana Garrett goes up. She's got the Classmaster right where she wants her.
That's right, David, the supernatural submission there, and referee Jeff McGowan saying no. The Classmaster continuing to hang on in this matchup, David. The stakes are very
She's hoping
important.
Samantha Smart, who's on the outside, can help. She's reaching for Samantha Smart. Samantha Smart egging her to get to the ropes. Santana Garrett can't hold. She gets to the ropes and breaks.
Santana Garrett just bridging back, but now the hold has to be broken. Abilene Maverick, if you're in this match and you're the Classmaster, what's your next move?
Look at this! Look at this, Abilene! Samantha Smart taking the ruler, adjusting the neck of Santana Garrett, who turns and gets the big boot.
The Classmaster with the big boot and the 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, the Classmaster!
Samantha Smart and the Classmaster with a very impressive victory over the former WOW World Champion Santana Garrett, lining herself up